Hi, welcome into another day of our daily Devos in the Psalms. Pastor Rick here, and we are looking at Psalm 66 today, and we're just going to jump right in. Just a praise for God's mighty acts. And so, right off the bat, it sounds like it's going to be a good one for us, to be able to think and to focus, especially, if you do like Devos first thing in the morning, really setting the tone for your whole day, regardless of what you face tomorrow. That was a little Back to the Future moment right there. Regardless of what you faced yesterday, regardless of what's going on in your world, taking time in the morning, really any time of day, to just focus your heart, kind of center yourself on the amazing character and really past performance of God, so you can really dwell on his faithfulness, and not just on his faithfulness, but his ability to act. And then I think not even just his ability to act, but his past performance to show that he does act, that he does intervene in situations and save us and restore us and make us new. And so let's go ahead and jump into verse 1. Let the whole earth shout joyfully to God. Sing about the glory of his name. Make his praise glorious. Sing about the glory of his name and make his praise glorious. I think that's a great challenge for us to take today, that we would take some of our time today to sing about the glory of his name and make his praise glorious. Say to God, how awe-inspiring are your works. Your enemies will cringe before you because of your great strength. Preach to yourself here, folks, how, and just talk to God about how awesome he is. Like, man, God, your works so amazing. And man, you're so strong. Your great strength is just overwhelming. The whole earth will worship you and sing praise to you. They will sing praise to your name. Come and see the wonders of God. His acts for humanity are awe-inspiring. Come and see the wonders of God. Let me tell you about them. Invite people into your world, and then share the things that God has done for you, to declare the goodness and the greatness and the faithfulness of God to those around us. He turned the sea into dry land. So this is come and see the wonders of God. And then they begin to tell about their history, about what God has done for them. He turned the sea into dry land, and they crossed the river on foot. There we rejoiced in him. He rules forever by his might and keeps his eye on the nations. The rebellious should not exalt themselves. Like, God's not checked out, by the way, y'all. Let it be known that the Lord is engaged in what's going on. He keeps his eye on the nations, and the rebellious should not exalt themselves. Bless our God, you people. Let the sound of his praise be heard. And that's kind of a great challenge for us to receive today. Bless God, people, and let the sound of his praise be heard. I think sometimes we get so pressured and stressed out by the things that are going on around us that we feel like we've got to be celebrating who God is in our devotions and in church on Sunday morning. But we're missing an opportunity, I think, to really declare how awesome God is to those around us that may not know him yet. And what a great way for them to have their interest stirred a little bit, to do a little seeking, because when you seek God, you will find him. And so it's so critical for us to bless God, you peoples. Let the sound of his praise be heard. That feels like a highlight, right? I mean, everybody was like, why aren't you highlighting that verse, Rick? I mean, come on now. So we're going to give that a yellow highlight. He keeps us alive and does not allow our feet to slip. Come on now. Lord, keep our feet steady. Keep our feet steady. Don't allow our feet to slip, God. For you, God, tested us. You refined us as silver is refined. You lured us into a trap, and you placed burdens on our back. Okay, that's a tough one to read right there. You let men ride over our heads. We went through fire and water. but you brought us out to abundance. And I think the big picture here, even though some of it feels a little uncomfortable, is no matter what you're going through, God has promised, therefore I will work all things together for good to those who love God and are called according to his purpose. So no matter what you're going through, no matter what circumstance you're facing, God knows it's going on and he's got his hand on you, and he's not going to waste any moment of anything that you're going through. He's got you, and he's going to redeem the things that seem painful and hard, and he's going to work a beautiful work in your life to bring us out to abundance. And that doesn't mean like he's going to bring you into a pile of money, but abundance can be so many different things. Abundance of joy, abundance of peace, abundance of relationship with him, it could be abundance of family, it could be abundance of friends, it could be abundance of just quality relationships that help keep you grounded and solid. And I will enter your house with burnt offerings. I will pay you my vows that my lips promised, and my mouth spoke during my distress. I will offer you fattened sheep as burnt offerings with the fragrant smoke of rams, and I will sacrifice bulls with goats. What are you offering to the Lord today that's costing you something? As you look at that list, you think, man, that's some costly stuff. The fattened sheep, rams, bulls, goats, like that's a lot of stuff to be offering before the Lord, but he's doing it because, one, he wants to pay the vows that he's promised. Maybe do a little review yourself. Are there promises that you've made before the Lord, and you want to maybe revisit those promises and see if you need to go back and choose to stay faithful to those promises that you made, and then offer sacrifices to the Lord that are going to be pleasing to him. Don't be afraid for it to cost you a little bit. Come and listen, all who fear God, and I will tell what he has done for me. I cried out to him with my mouth, and praise was on my tongue. If I had been aware of malice in my heart, the Lord would not have listened. I think this is a great reminder to really inspect your heart as you come before the Lord. Take a look at your heart. Ask the Lord to take a look at your heart. Psalm 139, search me and know me, Lord, and let there be nothing in me that's opposed to you. But really, as we come before the Lord, doing that little bit of processing, doing that little bit of asking the Lord to make us clean today, to wash us clean of that malice, of that, just if there's any yuck, going on in our heart, that we would ask the Lord to take care of us, right? And then, however, God has listened. He has paid attention to the sound of my prayer. Blessed be God. He has not turned away my prayer or turned his faithful love from me. And yes, Lord, that is getting a highlight right there. We're going to put that in green because that means go. You know that God has listened. You know he's paid attention to the sound of your prayer. You know that he's not turned away. He's not turned away his faithful love from you. That gives you the boldness and the confidence to tackle anything that you might be facing. So, man, so much good stuff today. I hope that you're encouraged from what we've read together. And, man, I hope you have a journal. I hope that you're taking time on your own to really dig in and process. Some of this stuff doesn't have to just be the Psalms, but it's a great start if you don't have anything else going on in your devotional cycle. But man, he's a great God that we serve. So let's just make sure that we're blessing God and making the sound of his praises be heard. He's not going to allow our feet to slip. He's not going to turn us away. He's going to keep his faithful love upon us. He pays attention to the sounds of your prayers. So let's lift those prayers before the Lord. Come on. Have an amazing day. God bless you, and I will see you tomorrow.